No, no, no! He can't keep getting off script like this. This isn't how I intended things to go. But I guess I just have to do it. I've already converted all of the water of Space Fies into this single gear. Now I'll just make sure you never meanwhile Senoni again. All of the hydration. So many plot points, so little time, so little set, and some tea's gotta be spilled. DonBros takes the character drama straight to the cafe this week, so let's see what we get. Looking at the replacements, we have the JCPenney version of Senoni, Sonogo, buffed out Ultra Brother, Sonoroku, and everyone's golden Q-tip, Sonoshi. Making the former Noto's base as their new location, they ain't vibing with the others' trip down to Dontown. Meanwhile, Senoni... Where's the drinks? Again? That's right. You go off script before the debut of my show? No water for you. Screw it. I don't need water. I've unlocked burning form. I chug hot sauce. You can't keep doing this to me. Why does everyone keep doing this to me? You're not supposed to go off script. I feel a disturbance in the force. Anyway, she and the rest of the Noto are meeting up with the bros to hash things out. But first, Sonoza hits us with the real meaningful question. Just who the hell is Black Kaito? Sonoi thinks he's gotta be something special alright. So Kaito admits, he's something special alright. And since he still has a business to run, he's got orders to take. What starts off as Taro gassing up Sonoi turns to Tsuyoshi slurping the haterade because all he cares about is sticking his dick in Jutosi, without accepting that it is Jutosi. And he's willing to go into a Hitotsuki once more just to do it again. But having everyone, including Taro, admitting that he's dipped his pipe in strange, he's forced to believe it since Taro can't lie. And thus, Tsuyoshi plops down on the ground just like a dude I saw at the movie theaters reacting to Luke's death in The Last Jedi. There's a whole story there that I'll tell you on, like, a live stream or something. Taro wonders how Sonoi entered the Juto Force to begin with last week, and it looks like visiting hours are back on because Jin gets freed from his prison, admitting that Sonoi asked for access since he's also a gatekeeper, and thus he granted it. Keeping his cool until noticing True Hero is the one serving up his tea. We see that Taro knows exactly what Daddy likes and serves him up everything, including how sweet that tea be. Oh yeah, where's Jiro during all this? Dealing with that massive copium. All this while the Noto have been snatching up humans and discount mid-trap Sonogo trying to cause problems by making dudes' main girls become their side hoes. Answer too slow, and you get sent to jail. Answer the obvious way, and you get sent to horny jail. We now go back to peak arguing, brought to you by Action Cam, a camera meant for stunts, relegating to debating whether or not they should team up or not. Tsuyoshi still don't fuck with brain folks, and Tsubasa decides to stay neutral when Jin decides to drop some more deep lore. See, the DonBros were inspired by the legend of Momotaro, down to having a demon in their midst. So, is Haruka the main baddie? Absolutely not. It's to show that there is no good and evil, right and wrong, in the DonBros. What matters is getting the job done, which kind of holds up for both this incarnation of the DonBros as well as the parallel future DonBros. But Shinichi's not trying to get lectured by Taro's not real dad, so he sends him back to prison. Damn. See, me saying that definitely gave me some personal daddy issue flashbacks. While I deal with that copium, Black Kaito's gotta hand Tsubasa his copium, and spills the tea on his point usage previously. Even though the points have a monkey paw situation about them, the payoff remains to be seen. Meanwhile, DTFI Senoni only to get that immediate cold rejection from Tsubasa. Bruh, that ain't right. This is where turning into a jet would have come in handy right about now. See, I even got my passport set this time. Time, Kabuto. Kabuto can clock up. Maybe even run across the... Time, Kabuto! If you can hear me, can you hook me up? Oh shit. Okay, never mind. So... Wait, what would come before Time Kabuto? Light Speed Hibiki. Light Speed. Nah, he's probably mid as fuck since he's Hibiki based. Fuck you! So back to it, as the cafes never close for business, as Hitotsuki girl from the Don Killer episode makes her way in. But, back to the teaming up. Shinichi thinks that the DonBros should remain as Team A and the Noto should be relegated to Team B. But Sonoza thinks that the Noto should be Team 1 instead. This takes us to a good old-fashioned democracy off. All in favor of the team-up, we have bromance, plagiarism, and fresh on the market. Sonoza ain't joining in the affair because Shinichi's got that big monk energy that he just doesn't vibe with. So, they're out. Leaving things deadlocked as Tsubasa wants nothing to do with unintentional wet dream over there, and Tsuyoshi doesn't want to mess with Noto because he only fucks with Juto, and Wanto is all he needs. Because, who needs balance when you can fly? Old Girl's BF, also from the Don Killer episode, shows up, noticing how mid she is in compared to the other eye candy at the cafe. Taro tries to combat the energy with his own big Momo energy by ballot stuffing, but Sonoe ain't having that hearsay when the Nutos show up to influence the vote. But since old girl's still being salty, she transforms into the Changeman Hitotsuki. Seeing this makes the other guy turn into the Battle Fever Hitotsuki, summoning the DonBros. Though the fighting goes sideways as Tsuyoshi is the first to get the suck, followed by Taro. Rating time. Talking the episode. They literally had an episode that was 90% talking in a single set. And they managed to make it peak drama. You know, I know you're getting up there in age, but please, don't retire. This right here is the kind of shit that just adds layers to an already stacked cake without overpowering the flavor and keeping it perfection. It's for that reason that this episode is gonna get the Sanoni S Plus Maximum Thirst Tsuyoshi stuck his dick in the Jutosi edition! Jin finally comes face to face with Taro, but there's a lot to their relationship that is shown but not said that completely counteracts to all the talking that happened this episode. They never actually make eye contact during their entire interactions, but Taro knows exactly how Jin likes his stuff, but there's this look of remorsefulness that Taro has, and Jin expresses a look of sincerity that is just so damn good. I wish we could see the day that Jin got snatched up, because he's not free. He's still a prisoner, and he still has the bracelet still on his wrist like he's under house arrest. So his position is likely permanent. Taro clearly respects the man, but just can't face someone he's guilty of hurting and has no real way to help. There's so much said that's not even being said that's just great with this entire scene. Shinichi continues to try to be the voice of reason in the cast, but continues failing to do so, resulting in just a bad vibe for everyone involved. But I do like the Noto in how expressive they are in terms of becoming much more human in their characterization. They've embraced themselves for what they aren't supposed to be, and it's just a great character arc for them all. Even if I gotta see Sanoni take rejection like that. Speaking of rejection, Tsuyoshi continues getting called out for his Hitotsuki antics. But we've now seen yet another character swap into a different one, which continuously keeps adding to how limitless the Hitotsuki could end up being. Another thing this episode did is remind us that using your points does have its drawbacks for the users. We've seen it before with Haruka and Tsuyoshi, but since this is a grave digging one, this one might give Tsubasa the bad end that might be expected for him. So, Natsume being MIA this episode might be intentionally left blank for that reason. Really, overall, this was just a very uncommon thing to see in shows nowadays, taking essentially what could have been a clip show and still flip it on its head by making it a very enjoyable discussion piece between everything and everyone. This episode is supposed to be the start of the 4-part finale for DonBros, so we are still missing the Zenkaiger and DonBros Hitotsuki, but I'm not expecting those to appear until the crossover film. So it does appear that I was right in predicting that Jiro's character arc would be the episode after this one. How he gets it? Probably some asspull. But it's interesting that his arc once again comes off the heels of Taro, seemingly disappearing again. So it's a non-stop outing until we get to that finale. So how are they going to wrap all this up? Can they even? Will they? Can I have some more once this is completely over? I really hope that crossover ends up being post-series. Because, look, King Oger right now is doing nothing for me. Though we do have the press conference coming up on Monday. So, what did you think about this week's DonBros? Action arguing, Tsuyoshi laying pipe on the birds, and Donmura who? Anyway, that's it for me. As I said before, King Oger's press conference will be next Monday. I'll do a live stream over on Twitch that evening, followed by a formal breakdown on here afterwards. Also, Tokutonic Shift will be back with its second live stream this week with potentially another panelist joining in the wings. So, I'll catch you in for all of those, or not, but until next time, bye.